Hey kids, this is Aaron from the podcast That Wouldn't Die, and Kevin and I use Zencastr. You think you're better than us, that you're using something else? You're wrong. Zencastr's the place to be. Who are you to deny it?
It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code DIEHARD and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same experiences we do for all our podcasting and content needs. It's time for you to share your story.
Only a fool would give up a chance for a 30% discount.
This is my new sister and brother, Oliver. Oliver lost his family just like you guys. Needed someone that could give him special care. Listen, I gotta tell you a secret.
Welcome to the latest episode of the podcast That Wouldn't Die. I'm your host, Kevin. With me, as always, is Aaron.
Howdy.
This week, we're discussing the horror new classic, Bring Her Back, starring Sally Hawkins. Is that her name? I don't even know if that's her name.
Don't know.
From Paddington 2, from The Shape of Water. Yeah.
That's where I recognized her from.
Yes.
I knew I recognized her from somewhere, but, I hate The Shape of Water. Everyone's telling me to see the new Frankenstein. I'm like, that's what they said about Pinocchio, and that was a shit show.
Oh, because it's all Guillermo del Toro is the issue.
It's all Guillermo del Toro,
who you
think I would like.
Right.
And yet I do not. And he has not earned the grace that the M. Night has earned with me.
Oh, shit. Well, there you go. That answers those questions.
I'm sorry. I did I really enjoyed Pan's Labyrinth.
That's the one.
That's the one.
I mean, I enjoyed Pacific Rim. How about that?
Do you think I saw that shit? No. I didn't even know that was him, and I could tell I wasn't going to like that.
He loves monsters. That's his jam. So any kind of monster shit is his thing.
Yeah, but you don't need to them.
Fair. That's a fair critique.
Fair.
Each week on the podcast That Wouldn't Die, we discuss guilty pleasures and forgotten classics of the horror and sci-fi genres with a comedic twist. Aaron, what's the latest with you? What's going on?
The latest with me is our parents were listening to our podcast on the way to Nevada for gambling, and it was the episode of me complaining about going on that trip.
Well, wait a minute. Who put that episode on? There's no way Mom and Dad were like...
Vicky. They were listening to Dateline because our sister-in-law got them turned on the Dateline podcast. And then for fun, they decided to listen to ours. And it's just that very specific one about what a hellscape it is driving with our parents and what a shit show Laughlin's going to be. I have not gone back to hear what I said because I'm frightened. Mother did not... our Aunt Vicky thought it was amusing. Our mother did not, and said, you know what, I think we're going to listen to a different podcast for the rest of the trip.
She pulled the plug. That's...
Because I was getting into the car to drive it. They were listening to it for half the trip, and now we were meeting in Barstow, and I was going to drive the other half of the trip. Bop, bop, bop. I don't remember Mom being very chatty with me for the rest of that trip.
I venture
so
guess.
You are responsible for cutting out anything that's going to anger our elderly relatives.
Are you kidding me, Aaron? You're giving me that duty? I cut out your F-bombs and your racism. That's all I can
say.
Do for
keep
you.
The racism and the F-bombs in. Cut out the things that I'm going to get in trouble with the immediate family.
Well, here's the thing. The reality is, I think
for the most part, our brothers and sisters, you can keep that in. as I'm talking trash about him.
And
And, when
I
I'm
think is the
talking
only
trash
one
about
who
my
listens to our
friends.
podcast. She's the only
Yeah,
family
exactly.
member.
Well, that's what I thought it was free and easy with our parents. And then bam.
Bam. And they're not going to watch it or listen to our podcast because they're our parents. Oh, no.
No, our family is not supportive like that. No.
So you figure you're safe dropping pearls about the inner workings of our
maybe
family.
if they were into horror movies, which they are not, and would find our rambling entertaining, maybe. No.
If it was all about the Acorn Network, they'd be in, is what you're telling me.
If it was all Acorn or 25 versions of Jane Austen, it's the Jane Austen podcast, where we only discuss variations of Pride and Prejudice.
There are a lot. There are a lot of variations.
Which is your favorite Mr. Darcy? Then maybe. Or the Bridgerton podcast. Maybe then. Or Outlander. Maybe then.
Maybe then.
And maybe then your wife would listen to it too. Maybe then.
It's a sad situation. It doesn't mean they don't love us. They just don't love us enough to listen to our podcast, is really what it comes down to.
Their love is contingent on interest.
100%. Sad to say.
Whoa.
Sweet Jesus.
No, my old boyfriend, never. Not even once. He's like, doesn't seem like. He's like, it just sounds like you guys talking. I could just call you.
Sweet Jesus.
I've
had friends lie to me and say, well, it's like when I do listen, it's like I'm there with you. I'm like, and yet you don't listen every episode. So what does that say?
Don't you want to be there with us?
Exactly. Sweet Jesus. Anyway.
How dare you?
How was your trip to Los?
Very entertaining. The smell of the casino is overwhelming. You forget, even where I am in California, which is fairly conservative, where, don't tread on me bullshit. I don't ever see people smoking cigarettes. I see a lot of people vaping. I really never see people smoking cigarettes. You know why? Because they're all in Laughlin, where I saw no one vaping, and everyone was required to be chain smoking, driving an electric scooter, and I was waiting for someone to strike a match off their oxygen tank. Now, it is the end times in Laughlin where everything but the casinos have closed on the Nevada side. We look across and there's an abandoned outlet and an abandoned weed store. The only things left in Laughlin are the casinos, and even some of them are closed. There's one like a big steamshift, because those not in the know, it's on the Colorado River. So you do have a lot of people there for water sports and jet skis. There's Lake Mead. There's a lot of people. And the Arizona side, which is the other side of the river, is bustling.
So why is it?
It looks like you're down for those who are familiar with the Greater Palm Springs area. It literally looks like down valley, like you're somewhere between Joshua Tree and Yucca Valley. It's like Yucca Valley is what it looks like. So
it's
there's
the Salton Sea.
Big O tires. It's all big box and chains all the way down. Whereas nothing on the other side except casinos.
But why? I guess is my question. Why is there only casinos?
I think the taxes maybe taxes are higher in Nevada.
I can't imagine.
Our sister-in-law was saying real estate is higher in Laughlin. So I don't know if it's Nevada or if it's just Laughlin.
Sweet Jesus. This is a lovely conversation of taxes and the economy. It's just hilarious. Anyway.
Hilarious. So I made my sister-in-law drive me through Bullhead City, Arizona. Haven't been in Zona, good Lord, since I went to high school there, I think. And we went to the Sephora at Kohl's, and I made her go to a weed store.
Because you're a weed smoker? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Does the
No,
word come out?
But I like to see what's going on. I had no need for it. But I feel like they're eventually they're all gonna make this illegal. So I have like this weird stash just in case.
Just
and then
in case.
after I thought that, there was literally something in the news about that.
Yes, it's a thing.
That's exactly it. So I just got just weird weed facts. In Nevada, everything is 10%, which is for me high.
Okay.
In California, you can get as low as 2.5, which is like really low as far as THC power.
I see.
So they were just explaining that to me. And the last interesting thing about Laughlin is because we're bordering 3 states, and not all the states are the same time. So half of us had a different time on our phones.
I think that's an
even
Arizona
though they were
thing.
all AT&T.
Right.
Even though it's still AT&T, half of us had one time and half of us had the other time.
It's daylight savings. Not every state does daylight savings. I think only Arizona
does not.
Right. They're protesting.
I thought we voted for that in California to get rid of this shit. I feel like time is a concept that shouldn't be allowed to be changed. Time, like gravity. How do you change that?
Einstein says it's all relative. Time is relative. So there you go. He's a smart guy.
Well, if it's relative, then I'm still 40. So how about that?
Speaking of that,
is age relative also?
Can I bring this back? Can I bring it back?
Let me steer it back around. People go to Laughlin because it's cheap. You can get breakfast for $5. That same breakfast in Las Vegas would be $40.
So what is it? Apple peels and
no. Okay, just a fun fact. We all ate this every day because it was $4.95. 2 biscuits and gravy, 2 eggs, hash browns, and coffee. $4.99. You can't find that in the Vega.
No, you can't do that. I'll take that. I take that every day.
There you go. There you go. Jesus. We went to like the top restaurant. Everybody ordered like a steak, and I think the most expensive steak, and I'm talking about white tablecloths, a maitre d' in a tuxedo, was $26.
Maitre d' in a tuxedo. For reals? White glove service?
For reals. With white hair. He looked like he came out of a Godfather movie. Red velvet everywhere. It was amazing.
And when you wanted the waiter's attention, you clapped your hands together?
I say, garçon!
That was expected. That's how they wanted you to do it.
And I won a lot of money. Making spite bets. This is now we're gonna slip it to the football show.
We're only
I bet on 4 teams, won 3. After the 49ers lost, I walked up to the sports bet. I said, I want to jinx the Chargers. He's
what?
Like, I do. Yes, because you guys were talking trash about the 49ers. I'm like, hey, I am gonna jinx him by voting for them. I'm like, let me explain, sportsbook dude. I'm like, the way it's going to work is if the Chargers lose, I'm happy. If they win, I get money, still happy. He's like, a spite bet? Well, I'm like, yes. So the rest of the weekend, when I'd walk to the sportsbook, they're like, another spite bet? What are you picking this time? So when they went to vote for the Eagles, they're like, a good spite vote would be for the Packers. Put a jinx on them.
And your spite bet did not work because the Chargers won. And I guess you got
I won Notre Dame, I won on the Chargers, and I won on the Eagles. And then I won $500 on the slot machine.
Look at you.
I said, this Eagles game is the most fucking boring game in the whole world. I'm going to bed, but I stopped to play $20 and 5 spins. Bing, 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 bing. I was like, cash out, go to bed. 100%. Actually, I saw Brandon and I dragged her over to my machine. 7 rolls. She won 400.
Nice. Look at you. I never make money.
Cash out. Go to bed.
Run 100%. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Reeling it
They're
back
not comping me shit. As soon as I want it like $10, I'd be like, cash out.
Give us your 30
So let's steer
seconds.
the boat back around because actually we have a lot to talk about for this movie.
That's what I'm saying. Give us your 30-second synopsis of Bring Her Back, whose title I keep forgetting.
Dude, bad foster care and voodoo. And all I want to know is where did she go to the old Blockbuster? Was that Spencer's? Where did she rent that video with French that someone had subtitled with step-by-step directions on how to steal a soul?
It was Russian, by the way.
Well, at one point, there was a lady with a camera speaking French at the very beginning.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Strange. Continue.
But I love that someone had to go in and subtitle it.
That's how else are we supposed to know what's happening? Anyway.
Dude. So, yeah, I'm guessing it was some kind of dark web bundle with Faces of Death, How to Steal a Soul, and Cannibal Holocaust. A trifecta.
Absolutely. Is that the end of your 30-second synopsis? Or
Dude, it was very intense. But I just say, A24, if you're going to make these fucking movies like this or produce these movies, the problem is I'm only going to watch it once. Same with Talk to Me. I'm only going to watch that once. I think Talk to Me was better. Talk to Me was even more stressful. This was like, oh, this is just all kinds of fucked up. One was very stressful. One was, this is all kinds of fucked up.
Well, it's the same writer-directors. It's these Australian brothers. This movie...
It's the Coen movies of horror.
Absolutely. The thing about this movie is it kind of slowly amps up the tension. You're trying to figure out what's happening. And when it takes
you knew that chick was bonkers.
Oh, of course.
From the minute.
But I didn't know what her
as soon as they arrived.
Until later. Yeah. The moment the guy is chewing on the knife, on the steak knife, that's when I was like, oh shit. This is getting serious. That
little kid was all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah,
he was disturbing, just standing around.
That crazy.
What was the casting call?
Well,
just disturbing little kids. If you've given birth to a disturbing, fucked up little kid, come on down.
That kid was the real life son of the guy who played the dead father, who kept popping up.
I have to think about that. I guess I can see that.
Yeah. So I mean, this is.
I guess I can see that.
Sneak peek, but yeah, that's
okay.
They're related. This type of horror, they call it biddy horror. Like you're when the main villain, when the antagonist is an old biddy, they call it biddy horror. Okay, it's a subgenre of horror. What outrages me, upsets me to no end, is Sally Hawkins is a year younger than I am. So the fact that she's considered an old biddy.
First of all, it's very sexist, but Australia, like America, sexist. Because the mother is nurturing, like you said, she's a year younger than you, and she's an old biddy. That's the phrase.
Correct.
She's a crone.
It's
because she's in her 40s, right?
She's a crone. 100%. I don't think it's like crone. It just means when it's a villainous, some would argue, older lady. This is and there have been a few of these. There's what was that? Octavia Spencer
Mama
movie?
Biddy?
Mama, yeah.
Was Heretic? Because how old was Toni Collette in that? Is she a biddy?
Maybe she's a biddy. Who's to say? I don't know.
I mean, is this an Australian turn of phrase, or
no,
is
this is internationally? The International Conference on Horror has added this to the lexicon.
They met in Romania at Castle Dracula
Budapest.
With the cast of subspecies and voted on this.
They voted.
It sounds sexist. That's all I'm saying.
That's why you're here to kind of point that out.
That's why I'm here to bring sanity back.
It's funny.
I mean, they just don't make movies with what do you call like an old dude, like long balls, or what do you call?
Yes, they call it long balls. 100%. It goes from bitty horror to long balls. Correct.
Men don't make movies about old men. Like long legs. I'm assuming that Cage now is kicking his balls with his knees.
You're saying men don't make movies about men. Is that what you said?
I like this, where it's a caretaker. What are you going to call it? Something shitty like Biddy horror.
I don't know. It could be. Unclear.
All right.
What's interesting is a week ago I was talking to Stu from the Stu World Order podcast and the other guys from our Alien Megapod, which I'm sure everybody has tuned in for when we released that. And I said, next week we're discussing Bring Her Back, and Stu was he had an issue. He's like, ooh, that's a rough one. And I was just like, oh, so I have this to look forward to. Thank you, Aaron. And
my students and my IA told me it was good.
And it's not that it's bad, but there's a couple moments where you're just like, hey! Yes. All having to do with the kid, with the crazy, which we haven't even talked about. The crazy kid. Yes. Sweet Jesus.
I mean, it had kind of a happy ending.
Yeah.
Not for everyone.
Not for everybody.
100%. Sorry, Andy.
I think it's clear. Neither one of us had seen this movie. It only came out in like September, if I remember correctly.
It was fucking intense. It was intense.
It's serious.
And it's not bodies. Let's just say that.
No, it's not light. It's not a light film. And
right after it was over, my HBO wanted to roll right into Let Me In. I was like, no, where's the fun? I can't do 4 hours of this. No, Seinfeld, come and save me.
Well, there are movies that people of a certain, interest level where it's like this kind of torture porn, where it's like, get ready, because that's what this movie is.
I don't think this is torture porn.
No, it's not. It's not. But when it starts off with like the old crispy videotape of people being like murdered in a basement, oh shit. Especially after the warning I got from Stu. I was like, what did Aaron do to us this time? Was kind of my concern.
You're welcome. I mean, it's upsetting, but it's good.
It's good, and there's only a couple scenes that are truly upsetting. That are truly grisly, is how I describe them.
I mean, of course, you figure out certain things, but you didn't know how this was all going to work its way out. You knew that when they arrived, she was going to separate them. She agreed to have him just to have her. And you knew, I mean, as soon as they knocked on the door, that she was as crazy as a cooter, and that she needed to get rid of him.
What the moment that you can kind of figure out what's going on is when. So okay, let's just jump right in. Basically, the movie starts off with there's a brother and sister, where the sister is younger. How old do you think she's supposed to be in this?
I can't tell. He looks like he's about 20, and she looks like she's like 18 or 19. But
she did not look that old. She did not look that.
How old do you think she? Get out of here! I work with high school kids. She seemed to be older, but I think she's probably playing 15 or 16. 15.
I would say she's like middle school, right? But maybe I'm wrong. I thought she was like middle school. And they said he was 17 going on 18.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
But they walk in on the dad. He didn't commit suicide. He had cancer. He had cancer and he dropped dead in the shower in this kind of horrible.
I thought he just slept.
Yeah, they said he'd been struggling with cancer it really doesn't matter. He dropped dead.
I missed all that.
So
Doesn't
their
matter.
thing is,
Daddy dead. They kick in the door and discover Daddy dead. They have to
correct.
go to foster care.
They have to go, and the thing is like we have to go to a place together. We don't want to get split up. Because
Right.
the younger sister is blind,
And we have no relatives. We have two different mothers who are obviously dead too, or in prison,
right.
and no grandparents, no cousins,
right.
no, nothing.
So she's basically blind, and they're very close, blah blah blah, and they manage to find a place where they can both be together. And what the reveal is that the woman, this is Sally Hawkins, who may have the Creature of the Black Lagoon in the back somewhere, still doing her thing.
Maybe it's like Sea Monkey. She needed that pool to fill up, and then she opens package A and package B, and then the sea monkeys come to life.
Sea monkeys, not monkeys. I learned in my horror 100 years ago. No one remembers what sea monkeys are. No one knows what sea monkeys.
I literally saw a TikTok.
Sea monkeys. They're like little brine shrimp that come in. For some reason, they were like freeze dried, and if you put them in water, they snapped right out of it. So that's something.
I saw a TikTok with someone had one of those butter bells, and his wife uses salt water. Have you seen those? You invert the butter into it, and the salt water keeps it from going bad. Except she uses Celtic salt, and at the bottom you saw these little brine shrimp swimming around.
Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Go eat that
but you find out quick that she seemingly already has like a nephew living in the house who looks nutty as hell, who looks really young as well. Also, I think like 10 years old, 9 years old, something like that.
Just like comatose or disassociated.
Right. Just looks at his big crazy
he's selective mute.
That's what she says. That his parents died and he's a selective mute. But she says that she had a daughter who was also blind, who died because she fell in the pool and drowned or something along those lines.
And she still hasn't put up a gate.
No, not at all concerned about it. Because I mean, let's be honest, it's empty at the beginning of this movie, the pool. Falling into a full pool is better than falling into an empty pool, if I would have to say. Right?
I would agree.
So
I would agree.
Anywho, but at that point, she's going to do some shit where it's like she's trying to bring back her daughter, or she's trying to abduct this girl and make her act like her daughter, like at sleepaway camp or something. Some kind of shit's going down. We don't know what the story is. But this other child, Ollie, that they keep calling Ollie, is basically like a feral child who's just given free. He's either under lock and key.
He just bangs on the glass and howls, and he busts through. She's really a terrible foster mom.
She kind of sucks. But the reveal is that she was a therapist working for the social service thing for 20 goddamn years. So everyone else is like, oh, we think she's great. We think she's doing a great job. She is the best. She's the sweetest lady. Throughout the course of this movie, the grand reveal is that she found this bootleg tape. There's no explanation where the tape came from, like you said, if it was an old abandoned Blockbuster or what the story is. But it's a VHS tape where it's kind of explaining the process, which those scenes are kind of gross as well. It's basically, I looked it up on Wikipedia. Essentially what it is you get a person and you get them possessed somehow with this demonic force, essentially.
Right.
You have this possessed person then eats the corpse of your loved one.
Their
eats them up.
Sweet brains is what it looked like.
That's what it looked like in the video. And then, I guess, pukes it into a new person's mouth.
Into the brain hole.
Right. And now that new person,
whatever it is disgusting.
It's gross. And then that new person has the mind of your deceased relative. It's like they're back in a new body, And then I guess at that point, the possessed demon person snaps out of it. I don't know what happens to the demon person, but whatever happens. So this is the plan. But before
it
they
seem
can
worth it.
It
Doesn't seem worth it.
Before the possessed demon person can throw up the chunks of the person into your mouth, you have to be killed in the same manner that the person that they're trying to resurrect was killed. Okay? Which seems like a bad deal. It's one thing in this movie where it's like, okay, my daughter drowned, I'm going to drown you. What if your dead relative fell into a wood chipper? What do you do then?
Dum, 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 dum.
Right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that because now what? They're all chopped up, but now they're back.
Right. Unclear.
Dude, that's the monkey paw.
That's the monkey's paw. So, like you said, she didn't want the older brother at all in the first place. So she's got him in like some kind of a storage closet or some shit, sleeping in there.
Didn't even clear crap out of the way for him. But
No.
the little girl has like a princess bedroom.
Yeah, well,
and then of course, lest we forget that every night she pees in a bucket and pours it on him, so he thinks he's wetting the bed every day.
Yes. Yes.
And then made him kiss his dead father on the lips.
Well, she encouraged him. So they went to the funeral, and he didn't even want to look at the dead father's body because the reveal is that while the father doted on his daughter, behind the scenes he was very abusive to the brother, and it did it in such a way that no one noticed. No one could see the abuse, essentially. So he's conflicted. Because he's like, this is not somebody I need to see, but it's still my father. So they're at the grave,
right,
or at the coffin or whatever.
When your terrible father is alive, there's always a chance of reconciliation. But once they're gone, they're gone.
That's it. So yes, she was very Sally Hawkins was very aggressive. Like, no, you need to go and look, I'm a therapist. I know all about it. Why don't you look at him and now kiss him kiss him on
the head. No, now you got to kiss him on the mouth.
On the mouth. Would you do? And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And then she does. She leans over and kisses the father on the lips. The man she's never met, who is now a corpse in a coffin. She kisses him. Yeah. It was like, what? What? Nutball. What is happening with this? But you're right. He wakes up every morning thinking he's wet the bed, where it's all this shame. He's like hiding the, doing the laundry himself.
And she's blah, blah, blah. Humiliating him. She's setting him up, and she's pushing him over the edge.
100%. They all go out and they essentially party, where it's like they're doing drinking games and getting schnookered. And even she's like pouring a drink for the little sister, and he's like, she's too young. Oh, just one is fine. He's like, well, maybe just one
more,
or maybe
it's
many
just to
more.
pry his secrets and to lower his levels.
Right. All this stuff tells you
very
she's
suspicious.
Bad. She's a bad person. Bad. And meanwhile, there's the feral child running around, and all sorts of shit's going down. It is crazy.
They don't seem afraid of him. I was terrified the minute I saw that little f***ed up kid. I was like, 100%.
It was little Mowgli running around there, barking and snarling and all sorts of shit. But
when he got little Mowgli a piece of fruit and he started to bite through the knife through his palate, I was like, oh, Jesus.
I cannot stress
what's happening.
How upsetting that scene
How upsetting that was.
So
he's trying to save him, but they have like one of those witches' circle of salt, so the little guy can't go past it.
So let's go back. So Sally Hawkins and the sister, they leave the house to go do some goddamn thing. He's home alone with the feral child Ollie locked up in the bedroom, and he feels bad. So he opens the door. He picks the lock, lets the kid out, brings him to the kitchen, and is like trying to connect with the kid in some way because he knows he's a selective mute. He's like,
Right.
why don't we talk? Oh, if talking's too, why don't you write me something? Write me a sentence. While you're doing, I'm going to cut up some of this honeydew or whatever it is. Why don't we do that? And he cuts up a slice and kind of skewers a slice of the honeydew and like points it out to the kid and says, here, have some. If you've never had, this, you're missing out, blah, blah, blah. And the kid grabs the knife by the blade. And he's like, whoa, okay, hang on, little kiddo. And he's like, okay. And he turns his back on this kid to do some thing. And he turns around and the kid is chewing on the freaking blade and his teeth are getting up.
Biting it. It's going through his teeth. Oh,
it was, I had to turn away. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, is this just getting started? Is this what the rest of this movie's going to be like? Oh my God.
Yes. Yes, it is.
He manages to stop the kid from chewing it, but his fucking face is all messed up.
Oh, his teeth are all knocking out. And he's sliced all the way up into his upper jaw.
Right, his palate.
So he's trying to drag this poor kid out to get him in his car to take him to the hospital, but once they cross this white line, the kid is like having a seizure.
Right.
And right at that moment, crazy foster mom rolls up. And right at that moment, the kid says something. All of a sudden, he's talking.
Yes.
But it's too late.
Well, it's kind of like weapons. It's that thing, like you said, they have like the salt barrier.
Yeah.
But she has it, and they show like an aerial shot. It's like a salt barrier around the entire house. So when he dragged this kid like across the barrier, I guess what we're supposed to think is like, as long as the kid is kept inside the barrier, then the demon is in full control of the body. But when he drags him outside
invisible
the barrier,
collars for your dog.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
So it causes
100%.
a lot of pain, but as we learn at the end, if you push through the pain, the demon has to leave.
Right. 100%. So as shit's going on, we're starting to figure out what the story is. Because she keeps watching the video, like, because she's desperate to bring her daughter back from the grave. The reveal is she's got the daughter, like, in a frickin' ice box in the shed.
One of those old freezers like they used to have in people's garages the old day. Like, I got a side of beef in the freezer. Or nowadays, whenever I see one, I assume there's a body there. Traditionally,
100%.
It's to keep bodies.
Yes, with some serious freezer burn, right? Where it's just like sitting there. And the little devil child is getting antsy. It's desperate to chew on something.
It.
Right.
Yes.
It's desperate
Formica, whatever.
It bites her. It bites her at one point, like ripping a chunk out of Sally Hawkins' arm and chewing on it.
Which is nothing compared to when he starts eating his own arm and just pulling slices off.
Oh my God.
So upsetting.
Well, first he's chewing on the wooden counter in the kitchen, and you see his teeth like basically breaking off as he's trying to eat like the wood. And then when that's not, and so he's got splinters in his mouth, and when that's not working, then he's biting his arm and pulling strips of meat off his arm. I was like, This was serious shit.
That was rough. That was rough.
Those are the two, ladies and gentlemen, those are the two big scenes that if you can,
I think we're forgetting the big scene that's coming up.
that was the shit. Good Lord. So at some point the sister's like, hey, maybe I do kind of want to stay with my nice new mommy rather than with my unstable brother who I think punched me in my bed in the middle of the night.
That's right. He did it when he was young, so he probably did it again.
Right.
Plus, he uses his axe.
Because that's right. Sally Hawkins sprayed herself with his axe body spray or whatever the hell it was. and then punched her so that when she woke up, she had that smell of the axe still
But
in the
let's be
air.
clear, that woman would have smelled like axe still. She would have had to take a
Yes.
12-hour shower because that stank don't come off easy.
Stink, stank, stunk.
Poof.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Then there's the thrilling conclusion where it's
Let me take the steering wheel from you, where foster mom takes little Oliver and flips open the freezer and lets him at it. She's propped up her dead daughter, and he climbs in and just starts gnawing on the frozen dead girl's face. Ah!
we don't get to see. Luckily, we don't see a whole lot of that. But we hear Sally Hawkins screaming as she witnesses the. Well, this is what she wants to have happen, I guess, for the ritual or whatever.
That's part of the ritual. So when the baby the little kid comes out, his belly is fully distended.
Oh,
full of old dead girl corpse.
So disgusting. Huge belly. Oh God. Later in the movie, somehow the older brother convinces the social worker to come do a drop-in at this place because he saw in a Kevin Spacey Usual Suspects kind of moment. There's the missing child. Have you seen me? And it's the little feral child with long blonde hair, essentially. So it's like, oh shit, that's the kid. That's Ollie from blah blah blah. So they go there, and she's like, oh, I'm just, kids, say shit. I'm just going to do a quick look around just to appease them so I know everything's cool. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
But of course, they start hearing screams because she's got
that house is still, she ran. She knew she was coming. She listened to the voicemail. She took the little girl's phone, so she knew shit was coming. So she's trying to clean the house because Oliver has destroyed the house.
Yes.
But what she didn't cover up was the fact that she's bleeding because half her arm has been eaten by Oliver and blood is on her forehead. And she can't hide it from the social worker, who is like, I need to get out of here. And
Let
was
go
like,
of me.
oh shit. And oh shit, it totally realized that the shit's going down, and is like, grabs Andy, run, get to the car. We're leaving right now. And snap, out of the blue, I don't know how old one-armed Charlie got herself to her car, but mowed them both down.
That was crazy. So she effectively smushes the social worker. The older brother gets hit, but he's still kind of alive. And he's like resting next to a puddle. And she comes up and just puts his head right in the puddle, face down, and just drowns him. I couldn't believe it. I kept waiting for him to do something.
I couldn't believe it. I kept waiting for him to like snap out of it. I was like, no, she just fucking killed him. I'm like, poor Andy.
Yes.
He was a good guy.
So now she's got no one between her and completing this ritual because it's now storming and shit. So she's gonna drown the little blind sister, and the only thing that stops it.
So she couldn't do this ritual until there was enough rain in Australia to fill this pool up. Does she not have a garden hose, or?
This is a question. I don't know what exactly she was waiting for. Was she trying to get rid of the brother first? Is that what it was? I don't know. I honestly don't know what the situation was. It's a mystery. But she's drowning the girl, and the only thing that saves her is she calls her mom. Mom, no! Something along those lines. And that makes Sally Hawkins kind of snap out of it and realizes that she's murdering this child, essentially. Lets her go. Feral child pukes up the grossness, and then he's seemingly okay, and she's just floating in the
old
truth.
Did you think pool. Feral child was just going to take a bite out of Mama?
I guess
Did you think that was the shit that was going down?
I think the rain washed away like the salt barrier, and I think at that point he was now able to kind of walk away and and not be
That's
demonic
not exactly
anymore.
what happened, because she had to karate chop him because he just appeared up next to her and she was like, fuck. And he did cross the salt, but he was seizuring and
Yes.
crying and bubbling and vomiting up. It wasn't an easy.
No. I think that's the thing. I think it's like once you have to puke up the demon. I think that's part
It's
of
like
it. You
you're
gotta froth a
detoxing.
little bit. You
Yeah.
gotta detox that shit. So
Detox that demon shit right out of you.
So I get, and then the cops show up because the blind girl ran to the street, and a kindly person was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna call the cops," and the cops swooped in.
If this was Texas
saved the day.
Chainsaw Massacre, that wouldn't have been a kindly person.
Actually, at the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it was a kindly truck driver who saves her and drives away while, Leatherface chainsaws his own leg on accident. It's a whole thing. Anyway, what else you got from this? Anything else, or should we move on?
Dude, I got nothing. I just put notes to remind myself. Oh, the very end, she's pulled her dead, half gnawed on child out of the freezer and is like floating in the pool with her.
Yes.
Snuggle buggle.
Snuggle buggle with the old gnawed on corpse. And I guess she's alive. Wikipedia says she's not dead. She didn't drown herself or anything. She's just chilling in there.
She's just relaxing, taking a moment.
So, other than the people who were crushed by the car, and the fact the little devil child is horribly mutilated, but I guess he's okay. I mean, he's alive, right? They threw a blanket on him.
He snaps out, "My name is so and so."
So I guess it's a happy ending. How about that?
Happy-ish.
How about that? Okay, let's go behind the scenes, shall we?
Whoosh. It was a white knuckler, Kevin. A white knuckler.
That is absolutely true. Sora Wong had zero experience acting professionally before she was cast in the film. Her mother came across a casting call on Facebook looking for a visually impaired girl. And she was born with, I'm going to mess up this pronunciation. She was born with...
It's called f***ed up eye.
It's not what it's called. Coloboma and microphthalmia, which left her blind in her left eye and very weak vision in the right. Yeah. So she was good, though, for somebody with no acting experience.
No, I liked her.
Yeah, she was dynamite.
I mean,
Sally Hawkins
did a great job.
She did a great job. Sally Hawkins does her own stunts in this movie. How about that?
All right. I'm trying to think of what stunts. Falling down.
Yes.
Rolling around.
Those were the stunts. 100%.
Getting her arm off.
That was real. The Philippou brothers, who were the writers directed, were originally attached to direct a film adaptation of Street Fighter, the video game, in 2023.
Enough of this.
But exited.
But they decided to do one on Bluey instead?
Yes, 100%. They exited to focus on this film, inspired by Psycho Biddy horror. This is what I was telling you. It's a thing. This is the second feature film from the Philippou brothers, and the first one we said was what?
Let them in, let me in. Knock,
Talk
knock. Who's there? Talk to me. I can't ever. I want to call it let me in.
Oh, so you you started to watch Talk to Me and you had to turn it off. Not Let Me In.
It was that. What's Let Me In? Oh, Let Me In's the vampire one.
Yes.
Talk to Me. No, I was watching this and Talk to Me. It rolled right over, and I could see it was like right. I was coming up. I was doing something. I was like coming up to the part of the suicide right at the beginning. I'm like, no, I can't watch any more of this. I need a break. I like Let Me In.
Let Me In. It was very scary, no question. Yeah. A tie-in website set in the universe of Bring Her Back and Talk to Me, called blackangeltapes.net, provides further insights as to how Laura came to own possession of the ritual tape in the film, what the circular motions she traces on the window in Ollie's head signify, and why the demon possessing Ollie is constantly hungry. So you have to go to the website.
She's starving him, so he'll be ready to sink his teeth into some old frozen head.
Could be. Michael Philippou reveals that
so you're saying you didn't go to the site and you did not
I ain't going there. I'm not going to the dark web. I'm out.
Dude, Kennedy's tracking you on there. You're going to go to a special health and hygiene list or something. The trap. Don't do it.
I need the hygiene, no question. They considered a few different endings, including one where Kathy actually did end up in Piper's body. But a bigger, scarier planned finale was scrapped when their friend died, and it switched to a more emotional one. So if you notice, the end of the movie ends with a dedication to their friend.
Yeah, I saw that.
So they decided to make it more kind of emotional. So there you go.
Well,
I think that's about it.
It's sad, but it's not like a fucking Michael Myers where you think you're out of the woods and he fell 900 feet, caught on fire, stabbed 20 times, and 5 minutes later he's gone. So fair. I appreciate not that ending.
Let's look at the cast and crew, shall we?
Let's go.
Let's see. Danny and Michael Philippou were the writers and directors. You know them from Talk to Me, Bring Her Back. They were in the camera and electrical department for the Babadook in 2014. How about that?
You know, I love the Babadook. They got their finger at all the greatest hits out of Australia, that's for sure.
You haven't watched Alien Earth, have you?
No.
The mom from the Babadook is in that movie, or in Alien Earth, the TV series. So
I'd like it more if the Babadook was in it too.
That would be a different.
What about that up little kid? Could he be in it?
Why not? They also directed the miniseries, the TV miniseries Raka Raka, 54 episodes for a miniseries. Good grief!
Good heavens!
That's a lot.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's look at the cast. Billy Barrett played Andy, the older brother. You know him from such things as Responsible Child, TV movie. Blinded by the Light in 2019. He played a street urchin in Mary Poppins Returns. And he was in A Christmas Carol, the TV miniseries in 2019, playing young Scrooge.
Okay.
So, let's see. Sally Hawkins played Laura, the what is she? The foster mom.
Yeah.
You know her from such things as The Shape of Water in 2017. Happy Go Lucky in 2008.
I feel like I've heard of that, but I did
Blue
not see
Jasmine in 2013.
I did see Blue Jasmine. That's what's his face.
Is that Woody Allen?
Yeah.
And Maudie in 2016. And I always tell people the #1 movie starring Sally Hawkins is Paddington 2. You gotta check that out. Interestingly enough,
I lived in London at one time, and the closest station was the Paddington station.
See, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. She was not in the third Paddington movie. They recast her, and I wonder if it's because she was busy doing this movie.
It's because she's so difficult. Because they can't imagine Paddington's mom sleeping with a frogman. If she's going to sleep with a frogman, what's going to stop her from sleeping with a little teddy bear?
Anybody else you want to know in this thing?
Not a one.
I'm going to say Sora Wong, who played Piper. She's really very, very good in this, but she was just
very, very good. And the lady who played the social worker was really, really good.
Well, I can tell you who that is if you'd like.
All right.
Tell me what her name. What was her character's name? Wendy.
Social worker. Wendy the social worker.
It could be. Sally Ann Upton played Wendy, who I'm assuming is the social worker.
Yeah.
You know her from Bring Her Back. She was in 4 episodes of Legends. In 2008, she was in 6 episodes of Bogan Pride. And in 92, 93, she was in 23 episodes of Bingles.
You
These
get
are
your Bengals
popular
on a twist,
Australian
Kevin.
shows.
Yeah,
I would
this
imagine.
one's very Australian.
Let's
Bengals.
let's Neighbors. Was she in Neighbors? That's all I know from Australia.
Neighbors. Everybody needs good neighbors. Go ahead.
Let's look at the rating, shall we?
Yes.
Bring Her Back currently has 89% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
For
Do you know
sure.
what the audience gave it?
92.
79. Too
What?
much. Yeah.
No.
No?
Audiences are idiots. Just listen to us. That makes no goddamn sense. No goddamn sense, Kevin.
Well, let's see what the top critics have to say. Let's see. Kim Newman from Sight and Sound says, Bring Her Back is a rare horror film that trusts its audience to pick up exposition from asides.
Okay, but it wasn't that subtle. Like I had to be real smart and pay close attention to figure this shit out. No, come on.
You have to.
Shut the... You
Peter
can be a dim
Bradshaw.
bulb and still figure out, oh, social worker bad. Go hurt children. No, no, no.
Fair. Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian says, it's a horror preying with hideous expertise on our protective instincts toward the vulnerable, our fear of our own vulnerability. 4 out of 5.
All right, Peter Travers. That's pretty good. At least that makes sense. Some of your other reviews are craptastic.
Let's take a look at our own in-house movie critic.
Let's go.
AI Rex Reed.
Let's go.
AI Rex Reed says, Bring Her Back is a twisted family horror where Sally Hawkins' smile hides a witch ritual obsession so messed up you'll wish Child Services had a horror hotline. How about that?
I like that. But she's like Nicholson. You know there's something wrong. You knew they were not going to Mrs. Pigglewiggle's house.
Amelia Bedelia?
You knew there was something wrong with this lady.
Well, yeah,
From Bang.
Yes. If you go into these movies, you know there's going to be some shit going down. You know there's going to be some shit going down, 100%. It's like if you watch The Shining, as you say, you know, there's no situation you're going to walk in there and not know some shit's going down. Right? This isn't ordinary people.
Jack Nicholas, Nicholson.
Or Nicholas.
Hey, if Jack Nicholas was there, I would have been a suspect too. But Jack Nicholson is never not crazy.
Fair.
I mean, no matter what he's doing, you know he's up to no good.
And that's why the only true Shining is the Steven Weber, Rebecca De Mornay made-for-TV version. Am I right?
Oh, never saw it because I hated Wings. I hate Steven Weber.
I love Wings. Wings was a great, underrated 90s sitcom. There you go. I said it. Tim Daly, Crystal Bernard. Check it out.
Oh, good God.
Anyway.
Good God, Kevin. Good God.
Indeed. So what is your rating, Aaron, of not of Wings, but of Bring Her Back?
4 out of 5. I'm glad I ate hours before.
Woo!
It can't go any higher because I'll never watch this again. It's too upsetting. But
That's
I mean,
fair.
it's solid. It's pretty solid. It's unexpected. It is. I mean, it's pretty damn good.
I agree.
Although I
go ahead.
Now I can't remember the name of the other movie because I'm going to call it Let Me In, but it's not Let Me In.
Talk to me.
Talk to Me. Talk to Me is better. So if I gave that a lower rating, then this should be lower than that. So
okay.
I have no memory of what I rated that. That's a better movie. This is still really good. Neither movie am I going to watch again because they're too intense.
Talk to Me is scarier. I would say that 100%.
Talk to Me, I was like, it was a little relatable because I could see my students like doing this fucking shit without thinking about the ramifications.
When an old like mummy hand, they have to shake the hand, and
And then it becomes like a dare. They're just feeding off each other. Yeah.
Talk to Me was famously the movie that Grace went to go see on one of those like free preview nights where who
By
knows what the
herself?
mystery movie, and she left after
Yeah.
10 minutes because it was too scary.
Oh yeah, no. The first
Yeah.
10 minutes, like I said, I went to go see it with a couple of my girlfriends, and like within 5 minutes, I turned to the girl on the right. I'm like, oh, they're not fucking around. This is gonna be very upsetting. I was
I'm
like,
saying
oh
it.
shit.
Talk to Me is scarier. I think this is a
Yes.
well-made movie. I'm not giving it 4. I would say, because my attitude is, if we're getting to 4, then this is a movie I'm going to want to see again. And if it's not, then I got to take a few notches off there. I'll give it 3.5.
I hear what you're saying.
Because it is.
It's really good.
It's good,
but it's upsetting.
It's those moments. Because it's a little kid doing it. It's a little kid. It's not some demonic adult. If it was a demonic adult, it would be f***ed up enough. But having the little kid do this shit makes it infinitely more upsetting.
Oh.
So, not for the faint of heart. Not
Yeah.
for the faint of heart. This is for true blue horror fiends.
Yeah.
Because it's scary, but those moments are oh shit moments.
I mean, it's well crafted.
Yep.
You're not gonna figure out what the fuck's going on. Did you pin this at 20 minutes in, Kevin?
I did not know what the situation. I figured sooner rather than later that there was some kind of. No, I had no idea. Now that I'm sitting here, saying, I'm like, no.
I thought you were on to something.
I thought I was on to no. I don't think I. No, I had no idea. Obviously,
I always appreciate that where I was like, oh shit, the oh shit moment.
Yes,
where you're like, oh, this is not what I thought was going to happen.
No.
Yeah, literally all I knew was 2 kids are going to a foster home, and things were not as they appeared. That's all I knew.
Right. Beyond that, who the hell knows? When you see the little messed up little devil child, you're like, I don't know what's happening with this.
Right.
Anyway. Any last thoughts about Bring Her Back? Because I keep almost forgetting.
Upsetting but good. Upsetting but good.
Fair. So
I'm talking to Bella. I'm like, you want to see something really good, but upsetting? And I want to see which of my friends go, yeah, tell me.
Count me in.
Count me
By
in.
the way, I just went to the movies last night, and you're probably not the person to hear this, but Predator Badlands was fun. It was a fun.
Well, you just went today with his dad for his birthday, and tried to sell me on the same thing. He's like, "You've at least seen the first one." I'm like, "No." He's like, "What about this quote?" "Sure, you have." I'm like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about."
Aaron, how have we not done Predator on this show then?
We never have, and I have never seen any Rambo movies. If you want to throw that out too,
no, that's not the same shit. That's not the
Isn't
same
it
shit.
the same thing?
No, it's different.
I don't know. Squid Face, and so your movie was Squid Face with half a doll. I gotcha.
Squid Face with half a doll. That's 100% what it was. We'll talk about that later. So thank you very much. We are across social media. You can find us on Threads, Blue Sky. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. You can email us, the podcast that wouldn't die at Gmail. You could be watching us on YouTube if you want to see our smiling faces and our upsetting dungeon locale that I recorded.
We could be streaming live on Vimeo right now,
but we're not. You can also we're on I don't even know what I'm going to say. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, 100%. Anywhere the finer podcasts are available. So don't forget to like, share, rate, and review. Won't you?
Won't you?
Aaron, what is your social media situation?
Before I go to that, I want you to know that I did follow up with that threat to contact certain celebrities about certain things. I DM Gene Simmons to ask why the kiss at the amusement park is unavailable. No response.
Oh.
Then I reached out to John Waters, who is not on social media. So I did send an email to his people suggesting that Sleepaway Camp would be a perfect film for him to turn into a musical, redo, anything. And once again, no response. It's given me trauma to the time I wrote a letter to Henry Winkler declaring my love, and then just got an order form for a fan club.
You're in love with the Fonz from Happy Days?
Yes, I wrote to him when I was in 4th grade.
You know what? People don't understand how big the Fonz was in 1978.
He was question. All over the TD Bopper magazines.
100%. Little Henry Winkler. I mean, and let's be honest, that might be the finest acting job ever. Little Henry Winkler acting as the coolest guy wearing his leather jacket. Hey. Right? That's fucking like Sir Lawrence Olivier right there, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, the Fonz.
It may be his finest acting.
100%. It's a personal best, if nothing else. What is your social media situation?
Oh, my media. I've been sloughing on my media. I am the Cult of Aaron on the Instagram. I am your friend on the Ticker Talk, the podcast that wouldn't die.
Fair. Now, as you know, we like to check in with our friends and family across the social media landscape. Aaron, what are the streets saying?
The streets are saying Jimmy Crack Corn wrote in and wanted to know why anyone cares. Why the Phantom of the Paradise, or not Phantom of the Paradise, beg pardon, Kiss at the amusement park, the made-for-TV movie, is Phantom of the Park is only available in German on YouTube. Yeah. Full movie available, but in German.
How's your German?
Ich spreche kein Deutsch, keine Deutsch. I speak no German. I can say that, and ich wollte ein Weissbier bitte. Ja, das ist sehr gut. Yeah.
Well, that's something. That's something.
Dude, at least I can get myself a beer. I won't know how much it is or how much change to give them, but at least I can order a beer and say thank you.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, let me say
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Let me say this. We talked about doing Kiss the Phantom of the Park, and like you said, could not do it. We had to go off in a different direction. I had a movie all set and raring to go for our next movie. I'm calling an audible. I'm going rogue here, Aaron. Next week, we're doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger classic, Predator. I can't believe you've never seen Predator. It's his finest work.
It looks so terrible.
Carl Weathers is in there doing his thing. Jesse the Body Ventura. It's an all-star cast. It's the one.
Ventura still alive?
Yeah, he's still doing his shit. Yeah,
he used to do stuff. Didn't he run for governor, or
he was the governor of Minnesota for 2 terms? How about that?
All right.
There you go. Inspired by Arnold. How can you watch Predator, the original Predator?
That is a good question.
It's on Hulu, free with subscription.
I canceled Hulu during the Great Protest.
Fubo?
Oh yeah, but now I have your login.
What you son of a Fubo with subscriptions. Otherwise, you're gonna pay. Oh, you can buy it for $4.99 if you want to just buy it. How about that?
Oh, that's amazing. So it could live with my other 2 movies that I've owned.
The other 2 are getting lonely. So check it out. It is
I'm angry about that Cyrano de Bergerac for $20.
That should make you angry.
Chaps my high. That helped pay for that fucking wedding in Venice. Fangula.
Bafangula. Anyway, so check out Predator. Send in your favorite scenes, favorite quotes, comments, and questions, and we may talk about it on the show. So, thank you very much, and be well.
I say good day.